Hi, residents of Forex within Dombi. Welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in again. Thank you so much for sending those voice notes for the feedback. Thank you so much for sharing my episodes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate you. I can only do so much. The purpose of this channel is for me to reach out to as many people as possible, spreading the message, my message, which is Forex trading is not just about learning about strategies, but it is mostly about learning about ourselves, managing ourselves. If we can manage ourselves, we can manage our money. That is the message that I'm trying to spread, through this channel. And thank you so much for being part of it. If you just stumbled upon this podcast, you're welcome. My name is Ntombi Malatsi. I'm a Forex blogger. I'm a Forex coach, Forex teacher, Forex mentor. I love talking. I love sharing information. I own a blog called www.learnfxtrading.net, which is all about sharing practical and realistic information about Forex trading. So in today's episode, also feel free to check out my previous episodes. This is episode 21. I've done 20 episodes already. Feel free to check them out so that you can also have a better understanding of what this channel is basically all about. So today's almost said session, maybe I should say session. So today's episode is all about why you shouldn't trade demo for too long. Let me first explain what is the purpose of a demo account. Obviously, when you are still trying to learn how to trade, it wouldn't be wise to learn with your real money. It really wouldn't be wise. So a broker will then offer us, an account with a fake money. Then we call this account a demo account. So you are going to trade. If you don't change the broker, you are going to trade your live account in the same platform, but there are a lot of things that are different about trading on demo account and trading on a real account, which is what we are going to cover today, what I'm going to cover today in this session. So a demo account is very essential. Yes, you need to start practicing on demo because why would you want to practice with your real money? Because obviously when you are practicing, you are expected to make mistakes, and while you are still learning, you are definitely going to make mistakes and lose lots of money. Rather lose the demo money than losing your real money. Now, understanding what is a demo account or what a demo account is, a lot of people are now kind of misunderstanding the whole thing around starting on demo, then moving on to your live account, at a later stage. A lot of people would say to me, Tombi, I'm not ready to start with my live account. I'm not ready. And I always say, you are never going to be 100% ready. If you feel like you are ready to start a live account, guess what? You might feel like you are ready to start a live account, but it is only when you have started a live account, then you can then say, oh, I was ready. You can only be ready after you have started with your live account. No one is 100% ready, but of course, sometimes people think they are ready because everyone just assumes that trading on demo account is going to feel, it might look exactly the same as trading on a live account, but definitely it doesn't feel exactly the same. The reason for that is on a demo account, you are not emotionally attached to fake money. When you start trading your live account, that's when you become emotionally attached. It's a normal thing to happen to anyone. We get emotionally attached to our own money. So with a demo account, there are a lot of things that you can do, and you are also not as scared. A demo account, there are a lot of things that you can do. Then sometimes you are looking at your results on a demo account, then you are thinking, this is what I'm going to achieve on a live account. Then you get your live account, then it's a totally different story. Let me just make an example. Someone who trades demo account, it's okay for them. They don't feel like pressure, to take care of their accounts. They can, not their accounts, the trades. They can just leave trades running overnight, and maybe 2-3 days down the line, they end up with a big profit. Then they try to measure their success or measure their experience with the profits that they see. Some of the profits are not actually realistic. in a live environment. Like for instance, if you trade your real money, you are definitely not going to place your trade and neglect it, let it run for like 3 days, you don't even check up on it, then you come back after 4 days, then you're like, oh wow, I got some money. It doesn't work like that with your real money. But with your demo money, it's easy to do that. So the mistake that most people make is then taking that and matching it with the possible, results on a live account. And it doesn't work like that at all. When you start trading, if you fund your account with 10,000 rands today, you are definitely going to look at this account differently than when you looked at a demo account that had the same amount. Fine, when we practice on demo, I always say, if you are practicing on demo, try to practice with the same volume that you are going to trade in a live account, so that it doesn't feel like a downgrade. But all those things are just things that we do, but at the end of the day, they do not help, because you will still need 2 sets of experiences. An experience on a demo account, which really doesn't help you with the live account. It doesn't, believe me. An experience with the live account is what you need, because moving forward, after learning how to trade, after practicing with your, in your demo account, you will also need to start practicing in your live account. So you see, you practice on demo, but the moment you fund your trading account, another practice starts, because the moment you fund your trading account, how you feel about this account, everything changes. Everything changes, because you are now dealing with your real money. You are now having thoughts like, oh my God, I cannot afford to lose this money. That is why I always say, don't trade with borrowed money, because if you are trading this money and you have borrowed it, you are now having a high level of stress, because you are already thinking about the repayment. If you haven't listened to that episode, I did an episode on why you shouldn't trade with borrowed money. Please try to find it and listen to it. It adds unnecessary pressure. So when you start trading live, you are likely to have pressures, like real pressures. You are no longer going to feel comfortable just placing a trade and just neglecting it and checking it after 4 days. Then, you are not. You are going to worry about accumulating swap. When you trade like demo account, you don't even care about swap, because it's not your money. You were just there, to do the practice. So am I saying demo trading doesn't help? Nope, it helps a lot. But don't spend too much of your time on demo trading. Let me just make an example. I offer 4 weeks training. People attend lessons for 4 weeks, individual lessons. When they are done with their lessons, they then start with mentorship. If your lessons end today and you start mentorship on Monday, then we start counting towards your 6 months. A lot of times people make this mistake of using all their 6 months, just trading on demo. I also do allow people to book for their coaching sessions on a Friday. So my training sessions will go like from Monday to Thursday. Then Fridays are allocated to those people who are trading live, because I need to be available, to still assist them and hold them by hand until they are done with their mentorship. So a lot of people will then spend all 6 months just booking for coaching sessions, but everything is done on a demo level. By the time their mentorship is done, of course, my mentorship can't be renewable. By the time their mentorship is done, they have lost momentum. They have lost, because obviously, if you are working on, because the main thing that we are working on through the mentorship is the emotions. I am very big on trading psychology, because I know that people fail not because they don't know how to trade. Most people fail because they just don't know how to control themselves. Most people fail because they just don't know how to work on their emotions and stuff. So the coaching sessions are there for that, so that I can help them to work on their emotions, and also work on themselves. So you will find that a person is using a whole 5 months on demo. Then when there's only 1 month left, then it is then when they start. Because every time I say, I think you should start live. No, Ntombi, I'm not ready. I also don't want to push them, okay? I think you can start live. No, Ntombi, I don't think I'm ready, because I am still fearful. But the thing is, you can conquer this fear on demo, but guess what? As soon as you start with your live account, this fear is there again. So why do you, drag it for too long when you are still going to feel exactly the same. I also always say that a person who trades a demo account for 10 years and a person who trades on demo account for 2 weeks, they're exactly the same. Because trading is not about strategies. You can master the strategy, but what matters the most is, have you mastered yourself? Mastering yourself, you can only see that when you are doing a real thing. So if you book for coaching sessions, but everything is on demo, everything is on demo. You are telling me how you are scared of leaving your trades. You are telling me how you get anxiety every time you place a trade. I'm trying to help you overcome those emotions. You are definitely going to win, overcome those emotions. But guess what? You will overcome them on a demo level. The minute you start with your live account, it won't even count because you are going to feel exactly the same. That first day when you first saw charts and then you first placed your trade and you got you were scared and you were anxious, you are definitely going to feel like that again because you've never traded your live account. These emotions that you've been working on these emotions, but on a demo level. So the sooner, the better. Some people are, just postponing it, and it is not because they don't have enough funds. They do have funds. They've had funds from day one when they signed up for my sessions. Funds were there. I always say to the people that I coach, though, if you are feeling like, because what's important is starting with the real thing. If let's say your aim was to start with $2,000, but then because you are always feeling like you are not ready, but the thing is you have to start as soon as possible. So rather start small, because you can start with $100, but of course if you start with $100, don't start with $100 with expectations of like you are now planning to withdraw some money. You are starting with $100 because trading a demo account that has 10,000 USD and trading a live account that has 100 USD, totally different. Your live account might have the smallest amount, but how you feel about this account, because this smallest amount is your money, it is totally different than how you feel about a demo account. Also, just look at it this way. I was still talking about some of my mentees who will then use all their mentorship for demo. When there's only 1 month left, they'll be like, okay, Ntombi, I think I'm ready to start now. And guess what? They start. And when they start, those feelings that they had when they first started with demo, they are back again, because now they are dealing with these feelings on a different level. They are now on a live account, on a real account. It is no longer the same. All the things that they thought they have conquered, actually they haven't. They have conquered on a demo level. That is why I always say, when you trade, you also need to have some kind of bravery. Like, for instance, you are going to make mistakes, that's for sure, because we make mistakes whenever we start something that we are unfamiliar with. We learn by making mistakes. So making mistakes is far much better than when you make mistakes when you have a coach. It's better than when you make mistakes on your own, because sometimes you will find it hard to pinpoint the mistakes and try to fix them. But when you have a coach, a mentor, it's easier, because you can always bounce back, ideas with your coach, with your mentor. Then you can get help and you can, conquer those fears, whatever challenges that you have, faster than if you were doing it, all by yourself. So now you will find that they are now starting with the live account and they are scared again, they are worried again, they have anxiety again, and they don't have enough time to deal with these because there's only 1 month left. Then they will renew again. Then they lose momentum because they kind of feel like, but I thought I was getting it. Maybe there's something that maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe, I can't pull this off. I'm not smart enough. This is for smart people. Then they start doubting themselves. But if they came in, they did their mentorship for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, trading on demo. Then if they had funds but they were still feeling like because you will never be 100% ready ever, then start with a live account, smallest account, because you are going to learn valuable lessons on a live account. Anyway, trading a smaller account it has its own benefits because it can teach you a lot in terms of patience, because you will need patience. The same patience that you need for $100 is the same patience that you will need for $10,000. So you are not a better trader when you have more money unless you work on yourself. You are a better trader provided you have worked on yourself, because the same person who can manage $100 account is the same person who should be able to manage $50,000 account. It's all the same. It's not in amount. It's not in an amount. It is in you. You will have to be a certain person. You will have to be a better person. Work on yourself so that you can manage your money. It's simple. If you can manage yourself, you can also manage your money, no matter how much your money is. Ever heard the saying that people who are earning less are likely to budget better than people who have more money? It happens with trading as well. People who have more money to start live account, they tend to be arrogant sometimes, ignorant sometimes, not all of them, because they kind of like think they have enough money. If they lose money, they will pump cash again. If they lose money, they will pump more cash, But it's not about that. No matter how much you have, if you are skilled and you work on yourself, you can manage any amount. So you see why you shouldn't just don't drag it for too long. If you feel like, okay, I don't have enough funds now, just start with the smallest. Even if it's $50, you are not trading for a Ferrari yet. You are not trading to buy a house. Okay, you are not trading to withdraw some money. You are not even trading to buy data because it's $50, but you are trading so that you can experiment or experience a live environment and see how you feel about it. I also always talk to people when they start with their live accounts, because sometimes, especially people who have enough money, they will say things like, okay, I'm going to start with $100. But when they fund their account with that $100, guess how they look at it? It's nothing. They don't have any respect for this money because they know that it is not their last money. So I always say, whenever you fund your account, especially if you are funded with a smaller amount, when you know that you can do more, you do have more funds, it's just that you need to be more comfortable. I want you to look at this money as if this is your last money. You are never going to earn any money ever in this world. This is your last money. Look at it this way, that way. Then you will see, you'll have more respect for it, and it will be easier for you to work with this amount of money. But most of these things, these are the things that we discuss in detail. I can't really, discuss everything over a podcast, over an episode, or a session. You see, these days I get tired. When I talk for too long, I get tired, I can't wait to just, come back to my old self where I can talk without feeling tired. But these days I talk, then I feel like I'm getting tired and I need to take a deep breath. But as long as I'm delivering and you're understanding my message. Okay, so if you are learning how to drive, right, you go to a driving school, né? Or maybe you ask your husband to teach you how to drive, then you fight and, he shouts at you, whatever. You know how it is sometimes when you are learning from someone that you love. You expect them to be a certain way. So whichever way that you are learning, there will come a time. But let's just say driving school, because driving school, vehicles, they have 2 gears to everything and stuff, because they are set up for that, learning, situation. So let's say now you are done and you have done 30 driving lessons, and someone else has done like five driving lessons, and they were brave enough to go and test, and then they got their driver's license. They did 5 lessons, you did 30. But you are not brave enough to even go and book for a test. They book for their test, they get their driver's license, maybe they buy a car, or maybe there's a car at home, then they have access to driving a car. They drive on the real road alone without an instructor. You are still with an instructor because you want to do 50 lessons, because you want to prepare yourself, you want to be ready. You will never be ready. Take 10 lessons, it's okay. You will be ready on the road, because the fact is, the first time you drive alone, your instructor won't be there. The first time you drive alone, you won't be driving a car with 2 tools, everything. You'll be driving a car with 1 steering wheel, one everything, one everything. You will be responsible for everything, Your instructor won't be there. Even if you can be with someone who is like your instructor, kind of, they cannot be doing stuff for you. You will have to do it yourself. So it won't matter if you did 30 lessons at driving school and someone else did 5. The one who did 5 and they were brave enough to book for their test, they passed, they went on the real road, they started driving, they will be far more experienced and skilled than you who did like 30 lessons. And those 30 lessons, you are always with an instructor. Guess what? 30 lessons later, the first time you go on the road alone, you are going to be as scared as hell. Even though you can leave driving school and be like, you see now, I can drive anywhere. I can drive in small street. Guys, if you can drive in small street, congratulations, I'm happy for you. You can drive in Elov Street, congratulations, I'm happy for you. So happy for you, you are a star. You are not going to be able to do that because you are going to be as scared as hell, so the sooner the better. Another example that I love playing around with, it's because, in my earliest days when I was like trying to get into an employment, just after high school, and I found myself, doing a receptionist course, and, I passed with flying colors. I think I could type about 60 words per minute. But the thing is, I didn't have a job immediately after that. So, obviously, a person who passes their typing course and they can only type 25 or 30 words, which is the minimum per minute, they were far better than me who passed with flying colors, because if you pass with 30 words per minute, but you go home and you have a computer, you can practice and you can upskill yourself, and you are going to gain more experience and you are going to be better and better and better. It won't matter that I passed with 60 words per minute, because the minute they put us together here and they say, okay, can you guys type 30 words? Chances are, of course, it happened to me. I couldn't. But it was there in my certificate, but I couldn't. The reason for that is that I hadn't been doing it. It was just all in the paper, So demo account is good, demo account is great, but don't just spend all your time trading demo because you are delaying your own progress. Start demo account, familiarize yourself with how the platform works, then start a real thing, so that you can deal with the real thing, so that you don't find yourself working on something that you think it's a problem, but you are only getting help on a demo level. By the time you start your live account, you are back to square one again. People who are trading demo accounts for too long, they lose momentum. They are likely to be distracted and start, doing other stuff and be like, because you are not fully applying yourself when you trade demo. Let's just be honest. You may be fully applying yourself first day, first week, but after that you can't. I know this because I train people and they stay with me for the next 6 months. Those who are staying with me for the next 6 months and they are always on demo the next 6 months, they lose momentum. Then they come back 2 years later. Like, Ntombi, I want to come back to Ntombi. What can we do? How can I come back? You see? But those who are there, they use half of the time for demo, then they start with their live accounts, then, they prosper, because what matters is the experience. If you learn something and you are not utilizing it, you are not using it, you are not going to be the best at it. You learned how to drive, you've never been on the real road. Guess what? You are not a driver yet. You learn how to trade, you've never traded on a live account. You are not a trader yet. It doesn't matter if you've traded for 10 years on demo. It's not going to be the same. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for listening. I almost said that's all that I wanted to say, but it doesn't feel right or sound right because wow, I've said a lot. But thanks again for tuning in. Please do share this episode with your friends. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to leave my details at I'm going to leave my details, my website and my contact numbers. Should you need any further assistance, maybe you need personal coaching, then you can contact me. If you just want to give me a feedback, I have opened the voice note feature. You can just record a voice note and send a voice note. I will really appreciate that. And tell me if you are learning something. Tell me if you are loving these episodes. Tell me if they are helping you in any way. Thank you so much again. Have a great Sunday.